breaking in. I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in.
Oh, a tough decision on their hands now. And this early on, it's one you can't afford to get wrong. And I think that pick comes to the surprise of no one. You had to figure they leaned that way if a player from that team became available.
Man.
Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade.
I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York. Hold on, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup in the club with the juice and get bent out.
I'll tell you right now, you won't go wrong adding any of these guys to your team.
Take it slow, working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal.
I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking.
Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there.
My lines are finest, they blow your mind like you could do what you wanna do, whether group or solo. Boston cold with a bowl of chili, summer cheesesteak on the roll in Philly. I'm a patriot, don't do a hatred. If you make that beef, I'll smack you silly. Back on up on this, before you with this, you better walk up and off the building.
Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before.
Control, hey Paul, let him know.
I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted.
Boy, you can't go wrong with anybody out of this group.
Everything is shaking through the walls. We are giants.
Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here, or get yourself some help up front?
Now it takes just one to tee up.
Novus ordo seclorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils. Wild boy.
And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
Money, guns, and gasoline.
For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting cheese with everyone on my TPS.
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? We've seen one Jet player be taken already. Could a second be right behind? These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense? Which side has the more pressing need?
Show me what you like. Hey,
Yeah, I think with that pick, you're just looking to build up your core. Get some guys in here that can help round out the roster.
He got a thing for Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish. I told him it practice it. I'm about to fill you up the Spanish. Rock with the click and I
Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
Not tonight, though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no this strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday something comes along, someone to tell me I'm somewhere doing alright. Somewhere I'll find out someone knows somebody that one day I'll be the love of my life, but not tonight though.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Emmanuel Sanders, 83 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. First carry for Matt Forte. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, Hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Yards to go on third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To the right side, and he's got Macklin, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Forte. And, oh, the ball's out. Forte loses it. And this is going to be Packer football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Third and 2, Luck. A dump off to Forte. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
There was no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play. Came across and knocked it away.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Luck throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. On first down, Luck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They're going to go. It's Luck. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They go play action here on first down. And this one's incomplete. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And some room to work. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But a great coach has said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90. Ahead.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Finding time. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up 4th down. The play clock's running down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Be ready. Way 90.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Emmanuel Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick taken near the 18. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be good for a Denver first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. In on the tackle there, Ray Nitsky, and his heyday, it was before my day, it was before your day, but he was something else.
Look, I can still see that 6'6" on his jersey and him rattling running backs and getting after quarterbacks. He used to wrap his forearms up, and he just hit the big flipper and come up and thump people in the chest. He was an absolute marvel playing in the linebacker position, especially right there in the middle. A Hall of Famer in 1978, and deservedly so.
To the right side, and he's got Macklin complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
On first down, this is Forte. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Denver.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Here's Luck. Over the middle to Evans. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the gun, here's Luck. Caught! It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown, Broncos. Travis Kelsey, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Yeah, you heard it, right? You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get ready! Tiger!
Bridgewater now on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. 3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And Denver getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Caught by Nelson left side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's got time. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They come up in an offset eye. To throw on second down is Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They're going to go for it here on fourth. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They are going for it. It's Locke. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now it's Locke. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Third and 4. Again, Luck. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Luck throwing again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To the air again, Luck. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jordy Nelson, 26 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. So now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Bridgewater now on second down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Third and long for Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, it's Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's Forte, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On 1st and 10, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. 3rd and long. It's locked. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Matt Forte, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Again, Forte. And they'll get him down here at about the... And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
Third and goal now. Ball on the 5. Forte. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Blunt, the lone running back. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Again, here's Blunt. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. So the Broncos coming out now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Another pistol look here. They'll look to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's a first down for the Broncos.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. This will be from 53 for the win. And this comes up well short. It's no good, and a disappointing finish as that is how this is going to end. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
I wanna sip on private planes.